okay.
Okay, well, you know, if there are technical problems, that's all right. Miss them just as long as, you know, it's not something more than a technical problem. So, okay, thanks for the info, and we won't worry about it just yet. Well, we'll drop down, we'll see if, let me see. Well, we'll go to LJ and see if Bedstead Corners is awake this morning. If he can get on or not. KB8LJ, WB8 BMW. Okay, he must be on that link also. Alrighty, well, anybody out there that can get in, go ahead and we'll chit-chat. And we'll call this here a bad morning for electronics. So we're sitting and listening.
Yeah, explains why Craig, I didn't hear Craig earlier, and I didn't hear John earlier, so both Johns even. So yeah, that explains that. Hey, check 6.
Yeah, well, every once in a while, you know, the electronics and all that there gizmos up there, that's just like me and my radio. The CW, but I never did really get on to sideband or anything. AM when I was CB, then I got rid of that and went to CW and just never got off from it. Now, every time I look at my logbook, I feel ashamed of myself. I have no entries in probably a year, and I should get down there and start banging brass again, but oh well. Oh, today is officially my 66th wedding anniversary. Judy's stuck with me a long time, and about got her worn down, and she's got me just the way she wants me, maybe.
You got me beat by 6 months, Jim, NHWS.
We're two lucky guys there, Bill. And, see, I noticed you didn't come in and say I told a lie, because that's not a lie. But, no. We're two lucky guys, I guess. We lived this long and had a partner that stood behind us and belt us in the butt if we needed it, and give us a pat on the head if we needed that too. So, good job, Bill.
Hey, Jim, NAVFK here. I just connected my phone to the Allstar Node. Craig is actually running another your net on digital where you're running it on analog, so there's definitely a problem with the repeater. NAVFK.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. I miss having them, but if they're electronically disconnected, that's okay. It's very seldom something like that happens, but as long as they're not physically not able to get on. So thanks a lot. And, well, maybe it'll be better tomorrow. All righty. Well, I'm going to sit back and maybe somebody else wants to get in there. WB8 BMW.
Yeah, I don't know if somebody can get a hold of Gary or Nick to let them know. You can see all the connections out there, but you can't hear the digital connections, and they cannot hear you on the analog. So there's a problem with the hub there, or the link to the repeater from the hub. NAVFK.
All righty. Okay, well, we'll just sit back and maybe, I can yak all day, but sometimes they don't make sense. But I'm working on, let me see, NT8D come over yesterday, and I've been working on this here antenna, a 2 meter, just a straight 2 meter antenna. I got it hanging up in the window, and front porch is working good. We put the analyzer on it, and it's the sweet spot is in the 4500 range, or 14500 range, and we want to move it. I want to move it up to 147, so the sweet spot will be, like a 147.4. That would be ideal for Sarah. And we'll work on it and give me something to do, keep me off the streets at night. WB8VMW. Boy, if there are things are messed up, the net is going to be a mess later on when I turn this here over. Because a lot of them out there, I'd say about 90%, are on EchoLink and Allstar and all them there. So it's going to be a mess. But, AAHC, he'll handle it. He'll take care of it. Because he's pretty windy like I am, so he can take up the time just yakking. I can about antennas, but, or I can start telling stories, and then Bill gets in there and tells me I'm lying. So I got to be careful there. I got to be careful of Judy throwing the skillet down the hallway and Bill catching me in a lie. So I got to be good. I got to be a Jimmy good guy. All right, we're listening again.
Jim, this is Cliff again. I just switched back over to the Allstar Hub through my phone, and they've been notified that there's a problem, and it looks like it's the hub is not actually connected to the Sarah repeater, so they're trying to get a hold of Nick or somebody. NAB, okay.
All righty. Well, hopefully everybody don't try to get in all at once, because, it won't do no good for me to get the stick down, because it's not their problem. It's, I could go over there and then beat on the hub a little bit, but that wouldn't do any good. You can't mess with the dashboard. It's all electronics, Like LJ says, electronics is miserable sometimes. All right, well, we're sitting and listening again. Somebody wants to jump in that they can make it, wants to talk about something, we will. We'll talk about anything. No religion and no politics, especially no politics. That there, and nobody, everybody's got their own way of thinking, so that's the way to think. WB8 VMW. We're listening. Well, it sounds like somebody trying to get in with straight RF, but it ain't quite making it. We're just getting a little static once in a while.
very unusually quiet. Yeah, I wonder if they had, well, I wonder if they had problems with the net last night. You know, it might be something wind caused, who knows. Something digital not working.
Yeah, Judy's standing here in the doorway. She's waving. She come back to wish me happy anniversary. And then she waving for Mr. Chipper. So he's going to miss his wave this morning because pretty soon she's going to get my anniversary breakfast of bacon-flavored oatmeal. Yeah, with sugar in it. And, all righty. Well, we'll sit and listen until he comes in. He'd be on straight RF, I guess. I don't know if he comes through the hub or not. Maybe he won't make it.
Good morning, Jim. I don't know if you called me or not. I heard Tom in there as well. Evidently, we're having there's a connection issue. I don't understand it. It's above my pay grade. But if you did call me, I was actually on the phone trying to figure out what's going on here. So we'll have to just persevere on RF the way it should be. Might be a little sparse, but on RF the way it should be. All right, Jim, I'll take it over anytime. Good morning to you, and good morning to Tom there, GXX. Back to you, Jim. VMW, and you tell that lovely bride of yours I'm here, and I'm waiting for my wave. Yes, I am. AA8CS for ID.
All right, well, she was here in the doorway and just waving both hands at you and everything. And so she went back toward the kitchen. So, but you got your waves okay. Yeah. Well, I'm working on that antenna, and as soon as I get it perfected, maybe we get a few more that uses RF instead of the hub and all of the real fancy stuff. Yeah. I got a Attic Master for HF, and I'm going to have to come up with a name for it. But we'll get on that a little better. All righty, well, it's time for me to turn over you and me to get back in the kitchen to get my anniversary breakfast. So, 7 trees, everybody that can hear me, and we'll turn it over to Mr. Chipper. And now, I didn't make this mess, you know, but it's a mess anyway. So, Mr. Chipper, AAHCS, we'll turn it over to you, and I'll be here. You can bring it back to me for my final, or you can go ahead and take off, because it's a mess out there. So you take care, everybody stay safe, stay well, and I'll be headed out of here in just a second. So, Mr. Chipper, it's all yours.
All right, Jim, thanks for that. And why don't you stand by? We'll give you a call for your final. All right, CQ, this is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. Barometer Net. I had the wrong script up. The WKY repeater, 147.39 megahertz. The PL is 114.8. Get yourself programmed up and come on down and join us. And you're going to have to this morning. This is a controlled net open to any and all licensed amateurs. Please direct traffic through net control. Emergency and priority traffic is welcome to break into this net at any time. This morning, your net control operator is Alpha 8 Charlie Sierra on RF the way it should be. Yeah, the name's Gary. I almost forgot that. Jim? All right. Evidently we have there is an issue with the digital side, And Nick is going to stand by and give us an update on that. But let's get this thing started anyway. Jim, go ahead with your final there, and I'm going to turn it to Brian, and then we'll just kick back and listen for Nick and his. And he does have the explanation. This has happened before, evidently. But you need a cauldron, black smoke, and bat's feet to fix it. Yeah. Over to you, Jim. WB8VMW to take it. AA8CS and Brian. VMM, you're on deck. Hang loose.
Well, in the cauldron, now you don't need bat foot. You need bat wings. Because, this here is a different mode that you got to fix up. So it's not bat toes, it's bat wings. That'll fix the problem. All righty. Well, now this here antenna I'm working on, it's going to be so good that, if somebody had that, wouldn't need the hub or anything, They just talk around the world and everything. You hear that, Bill? Uh-huh. I'm waiting for your comment after I get off of here. All righty. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll sit here for a couple of minutes and see how things are going, and then I'm going to head for the kitchen. So everybody that can hear me, stay safe, stay well, and be patient, We're okay. There's electronics that suck sometimes. So, Mr. Chipper, you take over and straighten out. See, I didn't make much of a mess. Somebody else did. WB8VMW.
All right, WB8VMW. Thanks for that, Jim. And all right, we'll just let's kick it off with Brian. I don't want him to be standing out there in the cold. KD8VMM to take it. This is AA8CS. Good morning, Brian. What's happening out there?
Hey, good morning, Gary. Everybody on the net. It's colder than yesterday. I had 33 degrees. That was overnight lows. It dropped pretty fast last night. And I didn't get much rain yesterday, 0.12. So at my QTH and Akron, it was pouring pretty good. So. And I think most of the storm went up north. So right now it's a little breezy and just doing a job up north. So not heading to Akron this morning. And see what happens after that. So have a good day. Hopefully nobody had problems. I heard there was flooding up north. So hopefully nobody else got it. So be safe out there, KD8VMM, and I'll be clear.
Hey, D8VMM Mobile. This is AA8CS. All right, Brian, thanks for that. Yeah, last night for beer night, we went to the Ridge and Rail on 94 there, and they have garage doors in the front of their place, and they had them both open. I mean, it had to be either in the high 60s or maybe even tipping the scale at 70 degrees last night. It was really pretty nice. Anyway, all right, Brian, thanks for leading us off this morning. Thanks for being here, and we will talk to you again tomorrow. Yes, we will. We're going to clear with VMM. Pick up KD8SLG for the explanation here. Nick, come on down. Tell us what's going on. KD8SLG to take it. This is AA8CS.
I never heard him for a loss of words, never.
He's down 700 NAWS.
All right. You know what? Not exactly sure why he's not there, to be honest with you. I was talking to him on the phone. Anyway, all right, let's just move on. That's what I say. All right, Jim Bob, I got you in the log. We talked to Brian already. We'll just hold Nick here in abeyance. And we have N8WS and WA8GXX in the log already. Before we go to you guys, let's see if there's anybody else lurking out there in the background that would like to be put in the log. So come on down, especially if you're short time or mobile. If you're short time mobile, get your butt in here. Yeah, that's what I say. This is AA8CS, and I am listening. Come on down.
KE8 HNK trackside mobile.
QA, Sir Popco, Sir. Martin Wadford, in and out.
November 8, Victor Foxtrot Kilo, N8 BFK, Cliff, Columbia Station.
AA8CS, this is Kilo Echo 8 Victor Quebec X-Ray KE8 VQX Joe in Akron.
All right, nicely done. And here's the lineup. KD8SLG at the back of the bus, N8WS, WA8GXX, KE8HNK Mobile, KE8SFS. Mark, I have you in and out. Good morning to you, sir. Hope all is well. N8VFK, Cliff, thanks for your reporting this morning. And KE8VQX, that's who we have. Let's get right to it. WA8GXX. Tom, I know you're mobile as well. I think you are anyway. Go ahead, Elmer, you're next. And let's get this show on the road. WA8GXX. This is AA8CS.
Good morning, Gary. Hey. Starting to get a little light. That's nice. And thanks for being there, and hope they get things solved there digitally. But a little cooler this morning, but there's going to be some sunshine, so that'll help. You have a great one. The A8CS, W8GXX.
W8WKY.
All right, Tom, thank you for that. Thanks for being here. And lovely hearing that lovely voice of yours. It is. And you have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, and you know why, because it is. All right, we're going to clear with GXX. Let's pick up HNK. Good morning, Elmer. KE8HNK to take it. This is AA8CS. And Cliff, VFK, you're on deck.
KE8HNK, good morning, AA8CS. Gary in the group as next troll. Nothing much going on this morning, Gary. I was going to send you an email, but the timeline for that is 18 months to have the new and stuff. The other thing is, just be careful out today. The crazies apparently are out, and I'm not even going to mention how I know that, but it's just one of those days. It's not even a full moon, so just be careful out there, everybody. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to you, KE8HNK, Trackside Mobile, AA8CS 73.
All right. Always wise to be careful. Absolutely. Always. And Elmer, 18 months. All right. I got that. And I got to tell you, if what you end up with is anything like the prototype, that's going to be a heck of a space. Heck of a space. All right, man. You take care. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, because it is. And we'll talk again soon. Cliff, good to hear you this morning. And what do you have for us, other than what you already had? N8VFK to take it. AA8CS, good morning. And VQX, you're on deck.
AA8CS and Net, VFK. Good morning, Gary, and whoever is out there this morning. Watching the dashboard, there's actually quite a bit of activity going on the node, but just not hearing it. Let's see, here in Columbia Station, I'm at 31 degrees. I've got 23 degree on the dew point, 72% humidity, 30.08 on the barometer, and it's holding steady. I got a total of, let's see, 0.53 hundredths of an inch, so just a little over a half an inch. Rain through all that stuff yesterday. I'm thankful we didn't get the thunderstorms or the really bad weather. It looks like it went right around us. I was kind of watching the radar, and you could just see it kind of just break up as it got closer to us. It was a beautiful day yesterday. I spent a good, you mentioned about garage door, and I spent a good part of my day and my evening with my garage door open and sitting in a chair with a Frosty in my hand and waving at the neighbors as they drive by. It was a great day. We'll have more of those. With that, Gary, I'm going to hand it back over to you. Thanks for picking me up. AACS and ABFK 73s, everyone.
Right back at you, Cliff. And the Ridge and Rail I mentioned earlier, I think you picked up on that. They have garage doors on their frontage, and they had it open, and it was just drop dead gorgeous yesterday, as you said. Yeah, it was really nice. And then I think Brian is the one. It dropped. I mean, front came through, and it dropped. It went from 70 essentially, something like that. But it was in the. It went down to 40 real quick, and the wind picked up, so it was quite cold. All right, Cliff, thanks for being here on this thoroughly terrific Thursday. We'll talk to you again real soon. Clearing with VFK, let's pick up Joe, KE8VQX. Good morning, Joe. How you doing this morning? And what do you have for us? This is AA8CS on this end.
AA8CS, this is KE8VQX. Good morning, Gary, and everyone on the net this morning. I've been gone for, 4.5 days, and haven't been able to play radio at all, and get home and fire things up this morning. Imagine my confusion when I have my handheld, which is tuned to my node, which should be tuned to this repeater. There's one conversation going on that, and then the gym conversation going on RNAV. They were completely different. I was very, very confused. So now we kind of know the answer. Sounds like maybe on RF. We have a purely RF net this morning, so I can hear Nick on my node running another version of the Barometer Net, it sounds like. Obviously not the true one, since it's not RF. Anyway, yeah, the weather. I was over in Chicago, in and out of Chicago all weekend, and most of the week. And, yesterday it was really crummy over there, drizzly, rainy, cloudy, windy, and then it came here. So right after I got here, so I brought it with me. Anyway, thanks for getting me in, Gary. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. This is KE8VQX, back to AA8CS.
All right, Joe, very good. Now you know what it's all about, RF, the way it should be. Makes for a little sparseness, doesn't it? It really does. And that's got to be pretty decent duty flying between here and Cleveland. I'm thinking that's not. That's got to be about an hour flight, I think. That's got to be pretty nice. Anyway, Joe, good to hear you this morning. Don't forget to have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, and you know why. Yeah, because it is. Yep, for sure. All right, sir. Always a pleasure. We'll talk to you again, as you said, tomorrow. Yes, we will. All right, we're going to clear with VQX. Let's pick up the National Weather Service. Yeah, there he is. Bill, how are you doing? Maybe this is a weather-related issue. What do you think? This is AA8CS. Over to you, sir. Take it away.
AA8CS to the group, NHWS. Good morning, fearless leader. No, I'm afraid it's a internet issue. Internet technology, not radio technology. Yeah, surprised it happened this way, but that's what's going on. Two barometer nets, one on 700 and one here. Let me break for time and reset. Okay, NHWS. My air quality index this morning is at 33. My tropical is at 0. My sunrise, 7:41. Sunset, 7:31. Length of day, 11 hours, 49 minutes. The school bus is still going in the dark, picking up kids. Forecast for today, actually, temperature now is 32 degrees. Humidity, 73%. Wind speed, 16 out of northwest, gusting to 32. Barometer at 30.01. Dew point at 24 degrees. Visibility 10 miles. Predictions today is mostly sunny with a high of 43. Gusty winds though. Solar flux indices at 123. Sunspot number 120. A is 9, K is 2. Geomagnetic field is quiet. No east skip predicted. Baseweather.com. 9 sunspot groups on the sun. Activity is picked up. I got to slide over a little bit so I can read this other computer here. Pi Day geomagnetic storm. That's for Saturday. That's a leftover article from 2 days ago. The storm won't hit until March 14th. That's Pi Day. Good. I'll have some pie. And sun diving common update. This is an interesting article. There's a lot of links. Click on the picture. It'll take you to some of these other links, and there's other pictures. This guy took 9, I don't know what they call them. I'm not a photographer. Lengthy photographs of this comet, and it's diving towards the sun. And all kinds of stuff in there. And scroll down if you're interested. Scroll down and look at some of the links around at spaceweather.com. They have all kinds of stuff on there. Okay, back to you, Gary. AAHCS in the group. 7-3, everyone. NHWS.
W8WKY.
All right, Bill, thanks for that. Space weather, you turned me on to space weather a long time ago, and I haven't looked back. That is a staple. I check out space weather every day, and it's a lot going on there, a lot going on. And it explains a lot, actually, a lot. Yeah, it does. All right, Bill, thanks for being here, buddy. Thanks for being the National Weather Service. Thanks for having that call sign. We'll talk to you again real soon. All right, we're going to clear with N8WS. Let's see if Nick is on our side of the Great Divide here. KD8SLG to take it. This is AA8CF. And if you'd like to check in, stand by. We'll get right to you. I don't know what 48496. I don't know if that is now down or not. Maybe not. Obviously not. If the digital world is carrying on without us, the analog world. That's the Great Divide, folks. That's the Great Divide. The tenuous domains of RF, the way it should be, and the digital world connected together by a humble Raspberry Pi. Wow, is that poetic? Anyway, all right, let's get some check-ins in here. If you want to join this group, come on down. I'm listening. Come on down. Plenty of room.
Kilo Charlie 8 Delta Echo Oscar KC8 at DEO Benny Mobile. I'm going to be in and out there, Gary.
Mobile. Trip KJGW.
KE8OWX in and out.
Kilo Echo
Quebec Kilo Oscar KE8 QKO, Nick at Akron Mobile.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Echo Tango Uniform KF8 ETU Adam Mobile.
All right, not too bad. KC8DEO's in there. I have you in and out, Benny. Good morning to you, sir. Good to hear you. And don't forget to tell Linda we all said hello, please. KE8UIB's in there, probably with his lovely bride as well. K8AGW's in the log. K8OWX. Thomas, good morning, sir. I have you in the log on this thoroughly terrific Thursday. Thanks for stopping by. I have you in and out. KE8QKO Mobile's in there. Good morning. Nick. KF8ETU Mobile. Adam, I have you in there as well. All right, let's get busy. Mobiles. KE8QKO Mobile. Nick, go ahead, and ETU, you're on deck.
Okay, KE8QKO. Good morning, Gary. I wasn't expecting to get back this quick. I thought there were other mobiles ahead of me. Pretty sure UIB's mobile today. Maybe, probably. Anyway, you can figure that out when you're done here. Let's see, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. I don't remember really too much what that was. It's actually kind of driving to school, usual Thursday morning things. Man, what was I going to say? That just really don't you hate it, Gary, when something pops into your head and then disappears 30 seconds later? And I'll think of it again when I get off the radio and stop transmitting. But I guess that's how it goes on a Thursday when I'm still drinking my coffee. Back to you, Gary. KE8QKO.
All right, Nick. I don't know what happened, but you have become quite the regular, at least on Thursday and Friday. I would assume that the other days as well. So thank you for being part of the group here. I mean, you've always been part of the group, but not sure. I get the AM thing. I mean, I'm as guilty as everybody. Anyway, all right. Point of all that, Nick, is thanks for being here. And don't forget to have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. Clearing with QKO. Let's pick up ETU Mobile. Adam, good morning. What say you? This is AA8CS.
Good morning to Gary and everyone on the proper Barometer Net this morning. This is Adam, KF8ETU. I am on my way to work down in Canton on a chilly morning here. It was a beautiful day yesterday with the windows open and a nice breeze coming in, and now we're bundled up in coats again. So hope everyone has a terrific Thursday. Be safe and be careful out there. KF8ETU, stay at 7-3.
All right, 73 right back at you, Adam. Thanks for being here this morning on this thoroughly terrific Thursday. Yeah, it's RF the way it should be. A little sparse today, but nevertheless the way it should be, right? There you go. All right. KF8ETU, we're going to clear with you. Let's see, let's pick up the dynamic duo, KE8UIB, John, and KF8DTP, Lori. Good morning. How y'all doing? I bet you're giggling. That's what I bet. Over to you. This is AA8CS.
AA8CS from KAUIB along with KF8DTP. Good morning, Gary, and everyone on the net.
Good morning, Gary, and everyone out there.
All right, you guys, it is Thursday. We're just going to make it a terrific Thursday as we're doing this drive here from Maslin to Hartville. And it's an Ohio shade of gray, and it's kind of pleasant this morning. Cold, but pleasant. So, hey, we'll take it. That's for sure. And let me see, the digital world. Gary, I'm a big fan of the digital world. I love the digital tools. But this should just be a reminder why RF is the superior emergency communication tool. Just a little thought of knowledge there with all your poeticness this morning, Gary. So hey, somebody just had to add to it, and Let me see. It's Thursdays, guys. That's a great thing. We're one day closer to, well, I work Saturday, so hey. What can I say? We're still one day closer to the weekend, you guys. With that, this is K8UIB along with KF8DTP. We'll hand this back over to Net Control. Thanks for the net this morning, Gary. 7-3, y'all.
All right, I still have this pause for all of our linked stations to reset. I still have that programmed into the way I do this. I guess I don't necessarily have to do that now, but it is kind of inbred now. I even find myself doing that if I'm just having a regular QSO in the repeater with someone else who's on RF. So hard for me to differentiate. Yeah, I'm a creature of habit. All right, we're going to clear with UIB and DTP. You guys have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. We'll talk soon. All right, let's see. Let's head up to the North Coast. Let's see what Dan is up to. K8AGW on RF, the way it should be. You're a little noisy, Dan, but you made the trip. Come on down. This is AAHCS, and I'm listening for you.
Oh, good morning, everybody. This is KW, and the old man, I'm a little confused this morning, Gary. I heard the pre-net on 7:00, and so when it's time for you, I can't hear you. So, well, I'm confused what's going on. But I can make it direct. When I got this ready, yeah. Put WHWKY in there. I was sort of glad I had them help me get you folks in so I can get on our track when the repeaters have hiccups and all. So, but it's cooled down a bit. A lot of rain yesterday and all day.
W.
So, hey, it's a little early, but flowers are popping out the ground and the houses are starting to bloom out too. So, getting a little early start on rain. So, yeah, furnace have a little rest, and I was working this morning, but working for so also on the whole front, good day yesterday. So everybody happy to be in 73. Stay dry and that KW is glad it is the Doylestown. That's the Net Control.
All right, Dan, very good. Thanks for stopping by this morning. I will say when you come through Allstar, it's as you have said many times, it's a little easier on the ears. You were in and out a bit. But not. But we got all your message. Your message was 100%. But you were missing a step or two there. Not bad. Not bad. The message got through, and that's the important thing. Dan, thanks for being here on RF the way it should be. We do appreciate that, and thanks for the effort there. We never want you to slip off the deck, that's for sure. All right, we're going to clear with K8AGW. I'm at the bottom of my list here. Let's take some more check-ins. This is AAHCS, and I'm listening. Come on down. All right, nothing heard there. This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Barometer Net. Yeah, on the W8WKY repeater. Name here is Gary. The call AAHCS. This is Thoroughly Terrific Thursday. We are experiencing some technical details on the digital side. I was thinking that 48496 was up. But it's not connecting. I don't know. I didn't quite understand the explanation that Nick gave me. He was going to be here to give an explanation himself, but evidently, I'm not sure if he's tied up on the digital side or not. We'll see. But evidently, we have two distinct nets going on. Anyway, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I am an analog guy, so there you have it. All right, is there anybody else out there who'd like to join us? Come on down. This is AAHCS, and I'm listening.
Kilo Echo A, Quebec Kilo Oscar, KEQKO with a recheck.
All right, Nick, go ahead, sir, with your recheck. Thanks for breaking the silence. Do appreciate that. Over to you.
Not a problem, Gary. Well, if Nick's not here to hear himself talk, I can do some talking for him. I was thinking, you talk about the RF the way it should be. Well, what percentage of a transmission needs to be RF for it to count as RF? You could be like partial Irish and still be Irish, right? So if you're using an Allstar Node and you're transmitting RF into the Allstar Node, and the Allstar Node is transmitting RF back to you, I think that's still kind of RF, just because there's a little bit of a digital thing in between so other people can hear you. So I would actually argue that kind of counts. Back to you, Gary.
All right, Nick, thanks for that. Well, you have quite the argument. That's very true. Yeah, even DMR, you're talking to your node, if you would, I guess, via RF to from your handy talkie. I guess that's the way it works. So yeah, you have a point as well, but I think the purists would argue that would be an 8LTR. We know the long-tailed rat, that he would probably take exception to that comment. Anyway, Nick, thanks for the recheck. We do appreciate that. Let's see if you're out there listening and you want to join us. If you've already checked in, come on back. We'll spend some time. A little bit of time anyway, see if we can conjure up some contacts here. Anybody, anywhere, come on down. This is AAHCS, and I'm listening.
AAHCS, November 8, X-ray, November, Victor, mobile.
N8XNV Mobile, this is AAHCS. Good morning. Go ahead. Welcome to the desolation of RF only.
AAHCS, and this is November 8, X-ray, November, Victor. Yeah, I headed out to Cuyahoga Falls this morning. I'm still down 57 in Elyria. I was getting out to Route 10. Got 32 degrees in the truck. Quite a bit of difference in temperature change. Let's see. The sheets at Chestnut and Route 57 in Elyria was 349. And skies clearing up. It's pretty clear, and just going to be a cold one, I guess. Anyways, everyone have a great day, and this is November 8, X-ray, November, Victor. I'll be in here for a while.
All right, Jeff, very good. Thanks for being here this morning. Yeah, evidently we have a divide here between the analog world and the digital world. I think Craig, AA8CT, did some net control operating on the digital side, so we had two barometer nets going simultaneously. That's kind of interesting. I think that's pretty cool, actually. So hopefully no one was disappointed this morning. We'll see how that all works out. I'm a little stunned that, let's see, what do we have here? 10, let's see, 20, 17 RF contacts this morning. I'm sorry, 18, including you, Jeff. So, yeah, that's not too bad. I would think there would be more RF. I really never took a poll, but we got a lot of folks checking in from around the area and around the country, and actually, on occasion, as you know, around the world. All right, let's see if there's anybody else out there who'd like to join this motley crew. This is AAHCS, and I'm listening.
NAVFK recap.
ABFK, recheck. Go ahead, Cliff. How's it going?
Well, good morning again, NABFK. Just so you know, watching the dashboard, and I flipped over to the 700 machine. Nick is running the parallel net to yours, so just let you know that's probably why he hasn't been able to jump over on the RF side if he even can. I forgot what else I was going to say, but that was, you two are probably going to have to get together and compare your logs so you can have the full daily count. And who gets to call in Carrie? Hi. NABFK.
All right, Cliff. Yeah, I figured he might be doing that. I know Craig started it this morning. AA8CT jumped in there, and so that's good. We'll have everybody represented, and hopefully no one disappointed, that's for sure. All right. Again, I'm at the bottom of my list. If you'd like to recheck or come on down and join us for the first time, either way, I'm interested in hearing what you have to say. This is AA8CS, and I'm listening.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Golf. Brian and Norton.
KE8 UIB with a recheck.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Echo Lima Alpha KF8ELA Zach in Dalton.
W8WKY.
All right, not too bad. We have KF8G, Brian. Good morning. And KE8UIB with the recheck. Stand by, John. We'll get right to you. And KF8ELA, Zach. Good morning. All right, let's go with UIB and your recheck. Good morning, John.
AA8CS from KA8UIB. Hey, Gary, maybe we'll just call it a terrific, thrilling Twilight Zone Thursday episode of the Barometer Net. Since, kind of split between two parallels today, we'll just call it a straight-up version of the Twilight Zone and keep it simple, you guys. With that, this is KA8UIB. I'll hand this back over to Net Control. 7-3, y'all.
All right, I wonder what a net on the Twilight Zone would look like. Yeah. maybe we're close. I don't know, John. All right, buddy. Thanks for stopping back by. We do appreciate that. So keep listening. KE8UIB, we're going to clear with you. Let's pick up Brian. KF8G, good morning. How you doing there, big guy? And what's on your mind this morning on this thoroughly terrific Thursday? And ELA, Zach, you're on deck.
Hi, good morning. Got breakfast. I stopped at Circle K in Norton, got some coffee. There was barely anything left to make coffee, and I told the very young girl there, it's like, your coffee area could use some maintenance. I know. Weren't you going to do anything about it? No. Well, today's youth for you. Oh, boy, I tell you what, I should get a job at a gas station like that. I used to actually have to work when I was at a gas station. Yeah, that'd be a great retirement job for me. I guess I'm kind of grumpy this morning, but it is what it is. At least I got some coffee and breakfast going. But I guess I'll go ahead and turn it over to Gary, our fearful, trembling, white-knuckled leader, if you could call him that. AA continuously silly, KF8G.
All right, Brian. Thank you for those lovely, kind words. I can always count on you to make me feel good. And I do appreciate it. Oh, yeah. That was one of my better jobs when I was in high school, I think I was. No, actually, I think, high school, and I came home between my freshman and sophomore year of college, and I worked in a gas station. And back then, we did have to work. We had to clean windshields. We actually pumped people's gas. We gave away glasses, you know, things that you drink with, and things like that. Yeah, there was stuff to do, needless to say. And I think we even worked on cars. I mean, I didn't, but they had a mechanic there, yeah. KF8G, we're going to clear with you, Brian. Thanks for stopping by this morning. We'll talk again soon. What Zach has for us from Dalton. Zach, KF8ELA to take it. This is AA8CS. Good morning, sir. What do you have for us on this thoroughly terrific Thursday?
AA8CS and the net. Good morning, everyone. This is KF8ELA. I am doing good here. We've got an easy morning getting started here, and I was very confused when I was hearing more than one voice coming through my HD this morning. So I ran downstairs to hop on the base radio, and here I am. But let's see. Yesterday, early in the morning, I made the comment that the storms had missed us and we hadn't had much rain. And yeah, I knew it was coming for us. We had a couple of good downpours and ended up with a little over half an inch by the end of the night. So I think I got my fair share of that. Anyway, weather's you know, looking okay for today. A little colder than yesterday. I have to throw a couple extra logs on the wood burner today. But that's all I really have. So we'll just say good morning, and we'll send it back to net. This is KF8ELA.
KF8ELA, Zach in Dalton. Yeah, well, thanks for stopping by, Zach. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I would think that would be a tad bit confusing. Like, what in the world is going on? So, yeah, we have a parallel universe going on. It is indicative of the fragile nature of our merger of the digital and RF world, where we meet for pi, or at a pi anyway. All right, Zach, thanks for stopping by this morning. We'll talk to you again real soon. All right, I'm at the bottom of my list. If anybody would like to check in, I'm taking rechecks. I'm taking just about anything. Anybody else out there that has anything at all to say? Or if you just want to wave a hand, come on down. This is AA8CS, and I'm listening.
This is N8EI.
Kilo Alpha 8, Mike November Tango, Tom in Canton.
KF8FID, Bob in Uniontown, in and out.
KD8SQ. I'll be in and out this morning, Gary, but just checking in here and help reinforce the analog side.
All right, I'm going to pick it up here. Here's who we have, N8EI. Stand by, Jason. We're going to get right to you, sir. K8MNT's in there, KF8FYD. Bob, I have you in and out, and KD8SQ, I have you in and out as well. Thank you for stopping by this morning on this thoroughly terrific Thursday. Let's get right to N8EI. Good morning, Jason. We have parallel universes going on here. The meeting of the digital and the analog world. We meet at pi. Yes, we do. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Gary. You know, I just wanted to let you know, I've been looking at it. I think it looks like the internet at Doylestown is down. So that's what's going on. I'm still poking at it, but just thought I'd give you a quick status update. But that seems to be the issue in ADI.
All right, there you have it. Yeah, evidently we had a parallel internet thing, or I'm sorry, parallel net thing going on. I think Craig, AA8CT, picked up the digital side. So I was thinking that maybe 48496 was working, possibly. How does that work, that we could have a net on the digital side and a net on the analog side? Well, I get the analog side, but if the internet's down, how's that working? Over.
So hub 48496 is running on a virtual host running out of Amazon Web Services. So there's a PI that's local to Doylestown that is what interfaces with the repeater controller itself. That's 43211. And then 43211 is connecting over the internet to 48496. So it's the link between those two that appears to be down.
Okay, and that translates into the internet service at the tower. Over.
Correct. That's what it looks like from remote. I mean, I'd have to go on site to check it out, which I'll try to figure out. I've got a crazy busy day, so I don't know exactly when I'll do that, but I'll try to get out there here and poke it with a stick. But that's what it looks like remotely anyway.
All righty, sir. All right, thanks for that. Thanks for dropping by and letting us know what's going on. And good to know that you are on the job, because I know it's in good hands. All right, Jason, thanks. Thanks again. Let me just take this moment and thank you for everything that you do for the club, keeping us up to date and connected. Yes, you do that. N8EI, thank you. We're going to clear with N8EI. Let's see what Tom has. I need a chuckle. Chuckle me, Tom. KA8MNT to take it. This is AA8CS.
W8WKY.
Wow, that confused me. AA8CS, this is KA8MNT. Good morning, Gary, and those of us that are here. Well, let's see, we're starting off with a cloudy morning and only 32 degrees. It's freezing out there. We have a 2-mile-an-hour wind, and we've had 1/100 of an inch of rain since midnight. The barometer is sitting at 30.04, and today's high, oh man, get ready for it, is going to be a whopping 41 degrees, mostly cloudy, with a 6% chance of whatever can come out of the sky at these temperatures, so probably a little bit of rain. So that's what we're looking at, and I'm going to stay on the warm side of the door, I think, today, unless the boss wants to do something else, so we can go from there. Not much of anything going on. I had a weird situation last night. I was listening to the Beacon Net a little bit, and I have a IC 9700, and I can see both the Doylestown repeater and the Canton 444.9 repeater. And all I got to do is push a button and I can toggle between the two of them. Well, it looks like there was a conversation going on the 444, the 440 repeater. And so I swapped to it real quick, and it was the Doylestown repeater. I sat there and thought, boy, what the heck's going on here? So I played for a little bit, and nothing. So, this morning I checked it and everything's working fine again, so I don't know. Weird things happen. Oh, let's see. With that, I've got nothing else and I'm done rambling, so I'm going to grab a quick nickel. KA8MNT returning. Well, let's see. My wife texted me when I was at the store and asked me to buy her one of them drinks with her name on it. So I bought her a can of Monster, and that's how I ended up in the ICU. And with that, I'm going to say 7 threes, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling. This is Kilo Alpha 8 Mike November Tango, turning everything back over to the terrific Thursday super duper NCO. Oh yeah, AA8CS.
All right, that's me. Yeah. All right, Tom, thanks for being here this morning, and thanks for that chuckle. We do appreciate that. Always appreciate that. All right, here we are. I'm at the bottom of my list. This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Barometer Net on the W8WKY repeater. And when I say that this morning, I mean that. We are on the analog repeater, 147.39 megahertz. If you're not all programmed up, get yourself all programmed up, because you're going to need to be all programmed up today. PL's 114.8. Come on down. We're having fun. And I'm at the bottom of my list, so come on down, join us. This is AA8CS, and I'm listening for check-ins.
Whiskey 8, Hotel Romeo Foxtrot, W8HRF. Josh Mobile. Good morning, Gary.
November Tango 8 Delta NT8D Dave in Copley. Good morning, Gary.
Here's a comment from KHEW.
All right, we picked up W8HRF Mobile and NT8D. And before we get to Josh and Dave, let's see what Dan has on his recheck. K8AGW to take it. AA8CS and HRF, you're on deck.
KGW. The old man forgot to mention in my check-in. The Sarah Group was well represented at the North Fest Sunday, and the weather cooperated. It was on the cool side, and good attendance, and a lot. The Sarah Group had their jackets on, and what a showing! We appreciate it. I forgot to tell you, good presentation. Got to meet the folks eyeball to eyeball with a good eyeball chit-chat. So with that, thanks, Gary. 73 is K8AGW.
All right, thank you, Dan. Do appreciate that. Yeah, I heard there was a lot of our members were out there. I totally intended on coming. That was the plan anyway. But I'll tell you, I woke up and it just wasn't in the cards. I've been having an issue with my back, and I just can't stay seated for the hour drive up to Lorraine. Just couldn't do that. And I wanted to really bad. As a matter of fact, Dan, it's been a long time since I've had an eyeball QSO with you, sir. And I truly miss that, and wanted to definitely check out the Norse Hamfest. It's a nice Hamfest. Have always had a lot of fun with that. But I'm glad Sarah was represented, and I do appreciate you mentioning that, Dan. All right, we're going to clear with K8AGW. Let's pick up Josh in the mobile, W8HRF mobile to take it. This is AA8CS. And Dave, NT8D, you're on deck.
AA8CS, W8HRF. Good morning, Gary. Good to hear you. Getting on the highway behind a cement truck. It's going a little slow, as you can imagine. When you said I was on deck, Gary, it reminded me of when I played baseball as a kid. I wasn't exactly the best player, but I was on a championship team twice, so that was really cool. They used to call me Spaghetti Arms. That was my nickname, so there you go. Anyways, I don't have anything intelligent to say this morning other than it's 32 degrees here on my drive. I forgot to check the barometer on my way out. I think it was 29.8 last night when I looked at it. I'm trying to make sure it's calibrated to the barometer over at Akron Fulton. So I tried that a couple weeks ago, and so hopefully it's still calibrated. Hopefully it's correct. So it's been nice having the warmer weather. I'm looking forward to more of it. I know we got a couple cold days, but I think Sunday's supposed to warm up. So maybe I'll do some of my antenna work. We'll see. All right, Gary, hope you're doing well. Sorry to hear about the continued back problems. Hope they go better. And, oh, by the way, I think the fox hunt meeting we had with the Canton Club went very well. And we invited them to our fox hunt on the 21st. So there you go. Looking forward to the fox hunt coming up on Saturday the 21st. I think I got the date correct. Catch you later. AA8CS, W8HRF.
All right, Josh, very good. I'm glad that meeting went off well. I didn't hear much else about it, but I'm sure between you and Jason that everything has been handled perfectly, as you do. Great segue. 2026 Bob Bone Memorial Fox Hunt will be on Saturday, March 21st. And the proprietor of that event is up next. NT8D to take it. This is AA8CS. Good morning, Dave. Comment away, sir.
Good morning there, Gary. Good morning, all the netizens, all the listeners. Good morning, Josh. I'm sorry I missed that meeting. I went and fired up my Zoom at 3:42 on Sunday afternoon. That's when my computer told me to do it. I didn't put it in the computer right. My apologies. Looked like a good meeting, though. I caught the stream there. So looking forward to that this Saturday. Standard operating procedure. Starting at Bueller's at 10, arrive at 10. Last car's got to leave by 10:30 because that's when Craig is released and allowed to leave the parking lot. Again, I think we're going to do some local pastries for the first prize. I'll try to do it in such a way that it can be divided up easier than a pie. The pie became a thing because Bob Bone's wife would make homemade pies for the winter. That was my first fox hunt hunting for Bob, and then I helped Bob do Be the Fox a couple times. So anyways, that's coming up. It's a beautiful shade of Ohio gray. A little cool weather's coming back. Last kiss of winter, I hope. Hopefully the last one. And wishing everybody a safe end of the week. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. Thanks a lot for taking the call there, Gary. And hopefully Jason will get everything back up and humming again sometime later on today. I guess technical issues happen, which is why we have radio. Back to you, Gary. NT8D. Thanks again.
All right, Dave. Thanks for that. And I would venture to say that this is the premise for those who say RF the way it should be. But then again, the repeater fails and all kinds of stuff. So there's always the potential for technical difficulties, that's for sure. All right, Dave, thanks for that. Thanks for being here this morning, and we will talk to you again real soon. In the meantime, have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, because it is. All right, I'm at the bottom of my list. This is Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. On the W8WKY repeater, on RF, the way it should be. I'm listening. If you'd like to join me, come on down. This is AA8CS.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, KE8, BZA, Eric in Strongsville.
KE8VZA, AA8CS. Good morning, Eric. What say you, sir?
KA8CS and the net, KE8VZA here, getting ready for a big W at QTH Day today, and it looks like it's about 30 degrees here in Strongsville, according to my single-mode weather station. The K9 Forward Weather Observer agreed. He didn't spend much time dilly-dallying out back this morning. Maybe when it warms up later, I can get him to stay out there a little longer. But anyway, yeah, the Norse Fest, Dan's comments were true. There were a lot of Sarah members there, and I'm a double agent, so you would have had at least one there. But it was a good ham fest in a different section of the college center rather than the, I can't remember exactly what they call it, but it's the Spitzer room. Parking was not ideal, but the room itself was very nice. A lot of places to sit and have eyeball QSOs. Of course, you can always have the walking QSOs and enjoy the wares for sale. But anyway, yep, thanks to all the attendees and the vendors for making it a great ham fest. And Gary, I sympathize with the back issues. I have a going on 30-year-old lower back injury that was my own doing, improper lifting. I am the poster boy. And it flares up every now and then, and I sympathize. I don't know if it's the same as yours, but nonetheless. Anyway, have a good day, Gary. Thanks for running the net and picking me up. 7-3, have a terrific Thursday. KE8VZA, back to you.
Well, Eric, thanks for that. I love commiserating, but mine's pretty much old age. I just have a bit of old age compression and some arthritis back there. I haven't had anything other than an x-ray done. I've had a couple x-rays done. But this just happened a couple of weeks ago, and it hasn't gone away, which is the unusual thing. I've had this issue before, but, you know, I pop a couple Advil and you know, I'm good to go for the next time. Not so much this time around, so I'm not, I don't know if this is the definition of slowing down or what, but nevertheless, I'm looking forward to a remedy. As a matter of fact, I have a cryo treatment this morning at 10 o'clock, so I'll be subjecting myself to extreme cold just to, and I'll tell you, it feels really good then. Yeah, freeze it right out. It works. All right, Eric, good to hear you this morning, and thank you for being here. All right, I'm at the bottom of the list. This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Barometer Net. Come on down and join us. This is AA8CS, and I'm listening. All right, nothing heard. Anybody anywhere? Any rechecks, comments? I don't know if we have a peanut gallery or whatever, but if you have anything for the net, come on down. You know, we'll get you in here, and I guess we'll just pull the plug here eventually. We've been on the air for our Alex hour, so we'll take a hiatus, I suppose. Anybody anywhere? We'll make this the last call, and we'll pull Kerry in from the field bullpen. Anybody anywhere? Come on down. This is AA8CS, and I'm listening.
K8MNT recheck.
Airline. All right, I have a recheck with KA8MNT. Tom, you won that, and I think I heard Fairlawn at the end of that. The other station, come on back, please. N8FQP, Ted in Fairlawn. There he is, N8FQP. Good morning, Ted. How you doing, sir? Stand by. We're going to get right to you. Before we get to Ted, let's pick up our recheck from KA8MNT. Good morning again, Tom. What say you?
KA8CS, KA8MNT. Well, Gary, I was going to mention earlier and forgot. This Saturday at 8:30 in the morning, the Maslin Club has a VE session set up in their headquarters, which is at, I believe it's 126 Cherry in Maslin. There's a church there, and I don't remember the name of the church. That's pretty good. But there's an educational building behind it, and that's where the VE session will be handled there. Walk-ins are fine, and like I said, it'd be 8:30 this Saturday morning, and we've had about every other month, and we have a pretty good turnout each time. So if you want to get your license, come down or upgrade, that's a good time to get her done. So I'll turn it back over to you, Gary. This is KA8MNT back to AA8CS.
W8WKY.
All right, Tom, thank you for that. I was trying to see if it was on your website. Maybe there's someplace. We will, I don't know. But check it out. Maslin Club having a VE session. So if you're looking for a license, come on down. Great place to do it. All right, thanks for that, Tom. Do appreciate that. N8FQP to take it. Good morning, Ted. How you doing on this thoroughly terrific Thursday? Good to hear you, my friend.
AA8CS, N8FQP. Yeah, doing pretty good this morning, Gary. Everyone on the net, good morning. We came down to the shack this morning, got my cup of coffee, came down to the shack, took a couple of sips, and I realized it's just pretty nippy down here. I was surprised. The weather has been quite warm the last few days, and a little chilly down here this morning, and sorry to hear about your continued back problems. I kind of know what that's like, but I wish you good luck on your cold spell today. I don't know how you can stand getting in a machine to deliberately be cold. That's beyond my scope of imagination. So good morning to you. What say you?
Well, you know, my daughter did some research on cryotherapy, and she was kind of raved about it, and she follows this guy that does some extreme cryo things, which I really never. I mean, I paid lip service to, I suppose, but until recently, I really kind of stayed away from it. But my wife and I have done this now for about since my back started going haywire there. So it really kind of helps, I think. As far as I'm concerned, the jury is still out on how effective it is, but you got to give it a chance like anything else to work for you, I suppose. Anyway, Ted, all right, good to hear you this morning, and thanks for stopping by. And we'll hopefully see you this afternoon. I don't know what the schedule might be, but nevertheless, my plan is to see you this afternoon. That's the plan. Over to you for your final there, Ted. N8FQP, AA8CS.
The shack will be open today, and I'll be ready to have you guys stop by and say hello. KA8OAD. I haven't talked to him, but I understand he's up for it as well. So hope to see you this afternoon. Until then, good luck on your therapy this morning. And I'll tell you what, I sure hope something helps you, because I know what that's like, and that's no way to That's no way to grow old. So, all right, we'll talk to you later. AAHCS, this is N8FQP.
All right, thanks, Ted. Do appreciate that. And like I said, unless there's something that I'm not aware of, I will see you this afternoon. N8FQP, this is AAHCS. I'm at the bottom of my list. We're still in the spectrum of taking check-ins. If there's anybody else out there who'd like to join us, recheck or otherwise, come on down. This is AAHCS. All right, nothing heard. Let's pull the closer in from the right field bullpen. Here he comes. The gate's open, glove in hand. He's ready to mow him down. Take us to the promised land there, Kerry. W8CTM to take it. This is AAHCS. You are check-in number 30 today, Kerry, and I'll be 31. For an RF-only net, that's kind of the way it's been in the past, I think. Not that I remember that, but what say you, sir? W8CTM to take it. This is AAHCS.
Good morning, Gary, and good morning to all the check-ins and listeners out there on this terrific Thursday morning. Boy, it's not terrific compared to yesterday morning as far as the temperature goes, but it is thoroughly terrific Thursday. With whatever. Anyway, well, Gary, you know, this morning I didn't get up till 7:45 when you were talking to Brian at KFHE there when I turned the radio on this morning. That's the latest I've slept during the week for ages. I can't even remember the last time. I usually get up about that time on Sundays, but boy, I almost missed it this morning, and boy, just being on RF the way it should be, that tells you how much the internet really provides for our nets in this morning. This is a net like back when Dorothy and Garlock and Tom used to run it, you know, back in the 90s there and or in the early 2000s. That's 31 check-ins. It is what it is. So I'm glad to be number 30 or 31, whatever I am here. But it's been a good net, what I've heard of it. But that's the way it goes sometimes. But I'm lucky I'm not like you and have to get up in that ungodly hour of 7 o'clock and start talking. That'd be a whole different ball game. Anyway, I hope everybody out there has a terrific Thursday for sure, and the rest of the week and the weekend goes well for everybody. But I think we're going to have a couple cold days here, then it'll warm up Sunday, then I think we got some more cold days next week. But hopefully Mother Nature will just go over a grip on us and let us have full-time spring and work into summer from that. But it is March, and it's early March yet. It's not even mid-March, so we get what we get. Anyway, it's been great. Well, anyway, I really don't have anything other than my just rambling there, so I'll turn it back to Net Control. I do want to say good luck on your therapy this morning, Gary. That I've never ever had back problems, knock on wood, or my head, or whatever, but I guess I'm fortunate that way. But I've known a lot of people with back problems, and that'll keep you sitting down for sure. Anyway, hope everybody has a great day, and I'll say 73. This is W8CTM, Carrie at Portage Lakes, and everybody just enjoy the day and the rest of the week, and we'll turn it back to AAHCS, and Gary, you can wrap it up there. 73, everybody, and over to you, Gary.
great, Carrie. Very good. Thank you for that. Another brilliant close. Do appreciate it, and thanks for being a part of this fabulous tradition. We have some time today, so I think I'll go through the whole close here. Don't do this that often, but I think I will this morning. Here you go. The barometer. I better grab a quick nickel. I should. Quick nickel. The Barometer Net is a proud tradition that began in 1990 when several members of the Sarah Club received weather stations for Christmas and started meeting in the mornings to discuss their weather data. This simple activity grew into what is now Northeastern Ohio's premier drive time net. We are grateful to those who came before us, including the original net control operators Garlock, K8BYR, Dorothy, WB8JTW, and Tom, K8DSD. They handled the net control duties from 1990 through it was 2009 or thereabouts. No, probably around 2011. Yeah, 2011. Then the duties for net control were taken over by the Iron Man, Ron, KD8CVS. We all know Ron. Yes. He ran the net single-handedly from 2011 through 2018. And he also did the Tuesday night club net as well. He truly was the Iron Man. Let me grab a quick nickel. Today, the Barometer Net has become a morning staple for local hands, providing a space to stay connected, share real-time traffic and weather updates, and relay important announcements. Net control responsibilities are now shared by a dedicated team of operators with support from the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. Let me remind you that this net does meet regularly Monday through Saturday, starting at the ungodly hour of 7 a.m. Runs about an hour-ish. We encourage everyone to be a regular check-in and help keep this tradition alive. This is AA8CS on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. I now return this repeater back to a regular and open amateur radio use. 73 to everyone out there. Thanks for being here this morning. Sorry about the digital divide here today. We'll get her handled. We have a crack tech team in the guise of N8EI. Yeah, that's the guy. He's the man behind the curtain, and he'll get it all fixed up. 73, everybody. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. We'll see everybody tomorrow on Fabulous Friday. This is AA8CS, and I am clear. 73 all.
W8WKY.